So here it is, day 330 of running. Now, doesn't mean, of course, I run every single day, but it's 330 days since I made the decision to begin running, and therefore the decision to start to document my journey here on YouTube. What have I learned? Well, it's interesting, when I look back at these monthly videos that I've been doing, I notice how I've evolved really, and how I've started to have a greater understanding for all things running. Now, first and foremost for me, recognising the importance of the gear, from the t-shirt that you wear or the waterproof jacket that you wear down to the socks, the importance of socks actually, and being able to go through some of the clothing that I've bought and just realise that some of it isn't suitable for purpose. And it's just having a greater awareness of how important each of those elements is in order to be successful. Now, when it's come down to shoes, I've really kind of honed in on exactly what I like and what feels good, and I feel like I have a strong now set of shoes that I use for either trail or for road, so I'm really pleased with that. Now, there's no doubt in my mind that there are others out there that I haven't had the opportunity to try, but given that I went to a specialist shop and I tried on a range in there, and it came out with the products that it did, it's given me enough of an insight to know what I need to do in the immediate future and what I need to be wearing. Now, in terms of nutrition, hydration, I've really kind of got that down, if you like, to a fine art for what works for me. I've made some mistakes. I've tried different foods, if you like, almost intentionally to see what the effect was. And these are foods that I would typically have during the week, but in prep to a long run, I've started to realise exactly what does work and what doesn't work for me, and the benefits of certain foods over others. I eat a plant-based lifestyle anyway, and so generally speaking, all the food that I have is pretty good, but there's obviously the odd processed meal in there, because that's just life, you know. These things come up, and also it's been really good for me recently to try a lot of new products. So off the back of Veganuary, for example, a lot of new products have come to store, some of those being processed, but they are plant-based. In terms of what I'm using for the long run, it is Tailwind and it is Humour Gel. So they are the two things that I use religiously, and I'm very pleased with those two products. I had tried other gels, but Humour Gels are the ones that are working for me. I do realise that a lot of people would not use those in combination. People use Tailwind, use that as is, but I'm at the stage at the moment where I like to just have both on hand. I suppose using the gels as a backup. I'm just building the confidence in both the products to know exactly what they can do for me. In practicing with those products, I know how often I need to be taking them on a long run, and that's working very effectively for me as well. In recent weeks, I've had my longest run to date, and it's a really kind of reassuring feeling, I suppose, to know that I can do it, and those distances are actually within my grasp. And it's not necessarily down to speed as I used to think it was, just trying to go kind of all out and try and be as quick as possible over a distance. Actually, it's working out the correct pacing in order to achieve those distances comfortably, and also to have enough in me to know that I have more miles in my legs than I perhaps have realised. So when I look ahead to my first official race this weekend, that fills me with a lot of happiness actually, that it's the day that I compete in my first half marathon, and that's something that a long time ago was just, if you like, letters on a page. I booked it and I thought nothing more about it. I do recognise, I mentioned it before, that having two half marathons back to back wasn't the most ideal thing to do, but I booked my second one before I booked the first one. The first one being in my local area. I didn't really know enough about it at the time, but hey, you live and learn, and what I'm doing is taking those half marathons and extending them to make a more effective long run. Linked to that is scheduling and having a training plan, and I've been really good at sticking to that. Dropped 1 or 2 days due to illness, and I've swapped a couple of days around, and I understand the importance now of different types of runs. Before, I was just kind of going out doing the same 5k, doing the same thing every night, but getting into a training plan, understanding those speed workouts. I know I should probably do a little bit more on the speed side of things, and as I keep saying, I'm learning as I'm going. I expect to make mistakes, but my main objective from this point on is to get to the start line healthy and fit, and so that is what I'm focusing my full attention on. And that may well mean, hopefully not, may well mean that I get there slightly underprepared, but I would rather be in a condition where I can I can do my very best than to overtrain and find myself having unnecessary difficulty on the day. So the mileage is increasing. I'm really focusing now on everything that I'm wearing, everything that I'm eating, drinking, and I feel like I'm in a really strong place. I suppose one of the most important things as well, which I could never have anticipated, was the running community that has come together and the people that have supported me along the way. And this all come down to the fact that I decided to document my journey on YouTube. I'm on Instagram as well, there are links below. But I just thought as part of doing this, I wanted to document it for myself, as I mentioned before. And the fact that anybody watches is just a real bonus to me. And the comments of support and guidance and the wisdom has been just second to none, and has really allowed me to be a much better runner as a result of the words of the people in the community. So I can't thank those people enough. The next video I do will be video 365. I'm not going to do video 360. It makes more sense to me to wait that additional 5 days, and that will be a year to the day when I decided to begin my running journey. And we'll see if we continue after that, but I just wanted to do it monthly for a year as well, just so I could see how I change, how I evolve, my thoughts, my feelings. And yeah, here's to it. Here's to the next 35 days or so, and again to 365. So I'll check in with you all soon. Thanks again, really appreciate it.